Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to an addiction hypnosis session, and it really gets to this point known as the point of threshold. And the point of threshold is where a should becomes a must, or I really do want to do that thing becomes I'm going to do that thing. And it sounds like a subtle difference, but most people in their life have experienced, they tried to do something many, many times, but then they tried it in a different way because something happened, and that difficult thing became easy. And that's normally because they passed the point of threshold. And there is a proverb that represents this, and it's the proverb of the straw that breaks the camel's back. So if you think of a camel, carrying, barrels of kind of hay and straw in its back, you would think, well, if you kept adding like one extra, kind of strand of straw, nothing happens, it can handle it. But eventually it would get so heavy that just one tiny bit of straw would break the camel's back. Now that's a horrible metaphor in many ways, but it's become a proverb, a saying of, something can build up and then that tiny thing becomes a big thing because of everything that's come before it. So in many ways, this hypnosis session is about this. I was working with a client, her drug was cocaine. And it was this element of, what if she's already made so much progress and all it now needs is that little bit at the tipping point to kind of get it over the edge and then fully commit to being a non-user, and thinking about, what kind of new life that gets them. And I would encourage anyone with an addiction, anyone with someone that wants to make a change, is kind of think, well, instead of, well, why should I change? You can actually get way more leverage by thinking, what happens if I never change? And it can take people to a dark place. Like even something, like smoking or eating too much sugar. Well, never quitting smoking or never becoming a non-smoker could lead to lung cancer in your 60s, dying in your 70s. Not reducing sugar could lead to type 2 diabetes and an amputated leg at some point in your future, or some kind of a heart attack. You get way more leverage from that, but then you also need not just the stick, but the carrot. What's life like, when I make this change? And quite often, with addictions like cocaine, it's quite an expensive thing. So it's like, well, more freedom, more opportunity, more travel, more experiences, more money to do the things that they want to do, less dependency. And freedom is such a powerful word when used with addictions, because people do become a slave to their addiction. They have to keep feeding it. And once they're free of it, it's like they've got their freedom back. So you can use things like being a prisoner, being a slave, because metaphorically that's kind of what's happening. And feeling free and liberated can feel so good that every time you see someone else using, it reminds you that that was you and you're not in that place. That would be like someone that spent 10 years in jail, visiting someone else in jail and thinking, right, yeah, this is a horrible place and I'm not there anymore. So there is different things going on in this session, but at its core, it is about the point of threshold. If you are curious to have a bespoke session, work with me directly. Before we just work together, typically I have a free consultation call first just to see if it even makes sense to do that. And you can schedule that by clicking the link in the show notes and scheduling that at a time that works for you and me. But for now, you might benefit from this session, even though it's created for someone else. So find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, just imagine breathing in a wonderful feeling of calm and relaxation. Breathing in that relaxation, and on the outward breath, allowing any feelings of tension, any feelings of guilt to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath. And when you breathe in deeper than you normally would, and as you exhale, allow that outward breath to breathe out for longer, allowing any of those emotions to feel that they're leaving your body. Any shame, any guilt, any emotional pain, just allow it to leave your body. But when you breathe in, imagine breathing in a wonderful feeling of resourcefulness, a feeling of inner strength, a feeling that, yes, you can. So breathe in that strength and exhale that echo of heavy emotions of your past, feeling more and more relaxed with each and every breath. That's it. And as you breathe in and breathe out, just allow your muscles to relax, your breath to slow, and your awareness begins to drift inward. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become, and as your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. And I wonder if you could imagine yourself walking along a long, dusty path through a desert. And I want you to imagine you've been carrying a load on your back, heavy, awkward, and burdensome. You know, all of these heavy emotions you've been carrying for a while now. And you didn't always carry it. But over time, one thing got added, and then another, until it just became a part of you. Just like a camel walking through endless dunes, burdened by weight it never questioned. Until one day, something shifts. A tiny weight, the smallest straw. And it's not the weight of that one thing. It's the weight of everything before it. That one day where the final straw breaks the illusion, and something inside says, enough. And I wonder now if this moment This one here is your straw. That moment where the part of you that numbs and copes and hides faces the part of you that loves, heals, and rises. If the part of you that cares overcomes the part of you that numbs. So let that moment, the healer, the helper, the force for good, begin to grow now. Like a seed cracking open deep within the soil of your being. Here's the truth you already know. You don't need more cocaine to feel good, because you already have evidence, real experiences of feeling better without it. You've already proved you can. And what if now it's time to ask yourself, who would you become if you stopped looking for escape and started living your truth? Is now that moment? Maybe you can feel a shift begin inside you, like slipping off an old, worn-out coat. Holding on to something that doesn't serve you would be like wearing an old t-shirt that doesn't fit anymore. Just because you've had it for so long doesn't mean you need to continue. And I wonder if the identity of the user, the person that numbs, the person just barely getting through, what if that isn't you anymore? What if that's just an echo of who you were once, and you're not even that person anymore? I want you to feel like you are stepping into the threshold between who you were and who you are now ready to become. And let's time travel now. Drift forward a year from now, where you're standing in a future version of yourself. But that version of you is thriving. That version of you feels fulfilled. And you can feel it in your posture, in your breath, in your skin. This version of you has been clean for a year. And not just clean, but free, liberated from a prison of self-destruction. Breathe in and breathe out in that future version of you where your mind is sharp, your body feels alive, and your soul feels peaceful. And in this version of you, you're using the money you used to spend on coke to invest in what truly matters. Those things that nourish you, uplift you, new experiences, passions, friendships, real joy. Imagine in this future, you're helping others now. Feel how fulfilled it feels to make a difference in other people's lives. Your life must have value because it's impacting other people. I want you to feel that when you're busy making a difference to other people, when you're being kind to yourself, when you're enjoying enriching experiences, there is no loneliness. There is no void, no need to numb. And what if it all changed with a moment? Just a single decision. Not a huge dramatic thing. Just a quiet, powerful yes. A yes to self-love. A yes to self-respect. A yes to freedom. Think back to the moment of that decision and let that decision settle deep within you, in your gut, in your bones now. Like a sudden turning point in a movie where everything after is different because the main character finally became their truth. You've not been the real you. The real you takes pride, embraces self-care and self-love, puts the needs of other people first. I want you to feel that you are activating the powerful you. And the powerful you has the power to say no to all of those things that don't serve you and to say yes to a single decision that changes your life. You've already begun to change. You're already becoming the person you were always meant to be. And what if someone, somewhere, is looking down on you, wanting you to make this decision? Not for them, but for you. They wanted, you wanted. And what if now is that time? A powerful version of you that could wash away anything that could get in the way of you being that powerful presence. And that old part of you, the one that used Coke, what if that's just fading now, like smoke in the wind, dissolving until it's gone? You are safe, you are strong, and you are free. And any time you feel tempted, you'll remember this moment, this powerful moment, this feeling, this knowing. What if you've already crossed the threshold? What if you are already this powerful new you? What if there's no going back because you don't want to go back? Because what lies ahead is a life of depth, purpose, joy, peace, but most of all, fulfillment. What if fulfillment is the opposite of a void? And what if that fulfillment comes from making a difference to other people? Breathe in that powerful new identity now. Feel that you're awakening the real you, the genuine you, the true you. And when that new version of you awakens, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And I want you to think what that powerful version of you can do powerful version of you could delete and block a number. A powerful version of you wouldn't worry about a small amount of money. A powerful version of you could wash residues of your past all the way down the sink and feel good while doing it. The powerful version of you will know that you could wake up tomorrow with the strength to manage anything, to move your life forward. Just spend a moment to think of the next few days. How would that powerful version of you handle tomorrow? And when you know exactly what you would do and feel that you have the strength to do it, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. Your mind is primed. The real you has awakened. Everything changes now. You can and will be this powerful version of you with the power to choose your life, not to be a victim of it. So imagine being back there in the desert. But I want you to see a camel without any bales of hay on its back. See that camel powerful, strong, no longer carrying all the baggage of its past. See the camel resourceful and strong, knowing it could spend as long as it needs to in the desert until it finds an oasis. Feel that you have the strength to carry your journey just as long until you feel that you can resist any temptation and make choices and decisions that align with you being kind to yourself, caring for yourself, loving to yourself. It is you that needs your attention now. So you will use all of that power to nurture and encourage you. It all starts with you. And they say you can't pour from an empty cup. If you're going to impact the world, it starts with you. And when your cup is overflowing, you will have more than enough for other people. You will prioritize your health, your well-being. You will flood your body with water, nutrition. You will spoil yourself with love until you feel powerful again. And with that power, you will steer your life in wonderful, empowering directions. It's time to leave the desert now. As you realize you've been traveling in a desert for many years now, but it's time to return to a place of abundance, a place of connection, and that connection starts with you. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Start to connect and calibrate with the here and the now, as very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. And you will awaken feeling resourceful, feeling connected, and feeling powerful, that you have passed the threshold, and you will awaken in this powerful, strong, reawakened version of you starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.